This is Rock. We're going to look at the functions for BYCOL, which means by column, and by row. So these two functions do what you would expect. They take some function and they do it by row or by column. So we're going to look at the simplest explanation of this with this array for project managers, business analysts, and other project participants and the hours that they worked from months 1 through 18. This is, like I said, the simplest approach to this. Let's do a by row. If you choose the array, and then you put a comma and choose the function, let's say we'll sum that up. So I'll select sum, and I'll hit enter. So this is summing up that project manager's efforts for the whole 18 months. And then for each of these resources along the way, you see how it's got the sum at the end. Let me take the same thing, but do it by column. So this would give you the summing by the month, not by the resource. So if I take this array and say sum, that'll give me that. I'll copy that formatting. Let's give it a little more room to breathe. There we go. And then we've got the totals for the month. So we can put total here and here. But then let's also look at the average. And here again, we'll do the by row. We'll take this array and we'll change that function to average. Hit enter. And let's make this there we go. And then let's do the average here by column. Select that array, average. Take this formatting. So this is the simplest way to use these two functions, but with some of the things we're going to be doing, it'll be more complex because we're going to use the lambda function and be able to choose what you want to do inside that. We'll get into that a little later. So that's by column and by row. Next, we'll look at map. See you then.